I'm a professional. Hi. This is my first video in a new series I wanted to start. You may have seen me around by random gameplay clips, but now I want to start branching out and talking about stuff and other things that I'm passionate about. And that contains, stuff like video games, books, movies, comics, anime, kind of shit like that. And all that starts with this first video in this new series that I'm going to be calling Logic and Lore. Now, the format for this show, if you haven't seen any episodes, which you probably haven't, uh, is I'm going to be talking about a specific character's backstory and gameplay, as well as giving little trivia pieces that many people might not know. Who is the subject of my first episode? Well, you've obviously read the title, but for dramatic effect, let's talk about one of the founding members of Overwatch, Ana Amari. Ana was born in Egypt on January 1st, 60 years prior to the events of the first Overwatch game. Not a lot is known about her early life, but what is known is that she hailed from a long line of decorated soldiers, and that sometime prior to the Omnic Crisis, she gave birth to her daughter, Fariha. As the Omnic Crisis wreaked havoc upon the world, she was eventually enlisted into the first batch of Overwatch members, alongside Jack Morrison, Gabriel Reyes, Torbjorn Lindholm, Mina Liao, and Baldric von Adler, who was posthumously replaced with Reinhard Wilhelm. Again, not a lot is known about her time in the Omnic Crisis. Just at some point during the crisis, she took part in an event called Operation White Dome. In the post-crisis era of Overwatch, she acted as Morrison's second in command, and continued to raise her daughter. The mother and daughter had a very strained relationship, however, due to Ana not approving of Fariha's desire to become a soldier and join Overwatch. Some notable things she did during that time frame is the assassination of both of the Vykovsky kingpins with a single bullet. She was part of the team that removed the god AI Anubis, which she regrets due to the adverse effects it had on Egypt. She also made friends with the wife of an Overwatch agent, Amelie Lacroix. And during the King's Row uprising, she managed to convince Morrison to send a strike force. The most important thing that happened during this time frame was her death. Well, kind of. You see, Ana was sent on an anti-Talon mission, which consisted of rescuing a number of scientists that the terrorist organization had abducted, which is where she first encountered the Talon sniper, codenamed Widowmaker. They had a sniper duel, and Ana managed to land a shot and knocked the agent's helmet off, revealing her as Amelie Lacroix, her friend who had gone missing weeks prior. That moment of hesitation was all that Widowmaker needed. She shot Ana through the right eye by shooting her through her scope. She spent some time in Poland recovering from her wounds and her temporary amnesia. When she regained her memories, she decided it was best to let the world think she was dead, including her husband and daughter, a choice which she would regret in the future. She ended up wandering the world, being known by many aliases. Shrike and Bastet are among the more well-known ones. Eventually, she heard about the destruction of Overwatch headquarters, the death of Jack Morrison and Gabriel Reyes, and the shutdown of the organization as a whole. She eventually reunited with Morrison under friendly terms, now known as the Vigilante Soldier 76, and Reyes under less than ideal terms, as he has darkened and become the talent agent known as Reaper. She also reunited with her daughter with the help of another ex-Overwatch agent, Jesse McCree, now going by his birth name of Cole Cassidy. She managed to convince Fariha that maybe it was time to leave Helix. She intercepted the recall transmission sent out by Winston, and she and Morrison are helping their old Overwatch allies from the shadows by taking out Talon. And that's kinda where her story ends for right now. Obviously, that was a very brief summation of it. If you want more in-depth backstory, you can read the Overwatch wiki, or just go experience the content for yourself by watching her cinematics or reading the comics. Now onto the technical stuff of this video. You don't have to stick around if this isn't what you're interested in. Feel free to leave. I won't be bothered. Ana is a support hero, and is actually the first hero released after the launch of the game. Being a support hero, she obviously has the role passive. which is to regenerate 15 health per second after not taking damage for 2 seconds. Her weapon, the biotic rifle, is a hybrid type weapon, meaning it is hit scan while aiming down the sights, and projectile while hip firing. If you shoot an enemy with it, it damages them, and if you shoot an ally with it, it heals them. It does 70 damage or healing over 0.59 seconds, and has an ammo capacity of 15 rounds, and does not add headshot modifiers. Her primary abilities are Sleep Dart. This is by far one of the most annoying abilities in the game, and I love it dearly. It does 5 damage, and instantly puts someone to sleep. Any damage will wake them up in 0.5 seconds. Her secondary ability is the Biotic Grenade. It does 60 damage to enemies, and applies them with the anti-heal status condition, meaning no healing will add health from any source whatsoever until it ends or is cleansed. It has a 4-meter area of effect, and if it hits yourself or your allies, it will do an instant 60 healing and apply the Amplify status condition, which increases the amount of healing they take by 50% from every source, excluding the support passive. Finally, her ultimate ability, Nano Boost, allows her to target an ally within her line of sight and at a max distance of 40 meters, and boost them for 8 seconds. It heals them instantly for 250 health, boosts their damage by 50%, and reduces their taken damage by 50%. It can only be used on allies, though, and she cannot boost herself. Now that you know at least a little bit more about Ana, get in there. Show everybody what you're made of, and thanks for watching.